Good evening and welcome to 2020. 2020. This is the year that Trump will get reelected as President of the United States of America. And it will drive Democrats insane. It will drive women insane. It will drive everybody insane. And then on January 1st, January 20th, 2021, everybody is going to be walking around. The world is ending. The world is ending. What am I going to do? You stupid motherfuckers. The Democrats have a clear case for impeachment. And they can't do shit. All of you women who've been grabbed by the pussy, you make 51% of the electorate. There are more women voters than there are men voters. So if every woman in America who is registered to vote, and if every woman in America who is not registered to vote would register to vote, and if every fucking woman in this country voted Democrat, all you need is 50% of the niggas, 50% of the spics, 50% of the chinks, sorry about that, 50% of the black people, 50% of the Asian people, 50% of the Mexican people, and Trump is done. But that's not going to happen. The women are not going to come out. And about 50% of the women are going to vote for Trump after he grabbed you by the pussy and bragged about it like you ain't shit, like you fucking dirt. Yeah, there's a bitch, let me go grab her by the pussy. And then you vote for him? 50% of women will vote for Trump. About 60-70% of white women will vote for Trump. About 80% of white men will vote for Trump. So when January 20th, 2021 comes around and Donald Daffy mother shit fucking ass duck Trump is sworn in as a president, don't none of you motherfuckers complain. None of you. Now, I do not believe fully in democratic values as I believe in Republican values. If Jeb Bush, if Ron Paul, not Rand Paul, Ron Paul, won the ticket in the general election, I'd vote Republican. Kasich, governor of Ohio, I'd vote for him. But if Trump is on the ticket, and you got Biden or Warren or Sanders, I'll vote Democratic. The only Democrat I will not vote for is that homosexual mayor from South Bend who is a racist piece of fucking shit. So, cheers, motherfuckers. Welcome to 2020. The third decade of the 2000 century. I learned a lot in 2019. 2019, financially, economically, was the worst year of my life. But it is in tragedy, it is in catastrophe that you learn life's greatest lessons. That man, that woman, who all their life were healthy, running around doing this, doing that, playing with their kids, all of a sudden are struck by a disease. I know such a woman. She was my aunt. Strong black woman, enterprising black woman, intelligent black woman. Couldn't a fucking thing stop this black woman except cancer. I'd sit there and talk to my aunt when she had cancer. Strong woman. I did not know she had cancer till my cousin told me. I was like, for real, nigga? Strong woman. But her disease that slowed her down opened her eyes. And she saw a lot of things she'd never seen before. Just a brief history about myself. My great-grandfather was an African king. My father's side. My great-grandfather on my mother's side was a big-time merchant. All of my aunts have PhDs. All of my sisters have at least a master's degree. My parents both have PhDs. I come from a very accomplished family. From the day I was 4 or 5 years old, I was the most popular person wherever I was. I played college sports successfully. I succeeded in corporate America. I'm the kind of nigga that you'd see running around in the airport wearing a suit and tie, catching a flight to go meet a client and close a deal. That was me. I made a choice. It took me down a path. 2019, I hit the bottom of that path. A nigga that used to drive Jaguars, Lexuses, Range Rovers. I was catching the bus. I was riding a bike. I had a purpose, a bigger purpose that will manifest itself in the near future. However, I learned some very valuable lessons on my way to the bottom. Now, I want to share this. I'm making this video not to feel sorry for myself, because only a loser feels sorry for themselves. A champ, no matter how low they may drop, a champ will sit there and say, I'm gonna find a way out of this shit. There's this black man called Tyler Perry. They say he's a faggot. I hope he's not a faggot. I hope he's not a faggot. The reason I say they say he's a faggot because I will speak to it. Haters. Motherfuckers may look at Tyler Perry and say, look at this nigga. He's got all this money. He succeeded, came from the bottom. He's now on the top. Fuck that nigga. Let me spread a rumor about him. So I don't know. I don't know Tyler Perry. But I hope he's not a faggot. Because I read that at some point this man was homeless. Homeless. Living in his car. The other day, I was watching him drive around his 300-acre movie studio. If he's not a billionaire, he will be a billionaire soon. Haters are real. Haters are real. Now, you hear these motherfuckers that walk around, I'm pretty, I got the fancy clothes, I drive the nice car, and people look at them and they're jealous and say, those are my haters. That ain't shit. I'm speaking to you, the ambitious individuals, the ones who don't want to live at the bottom for the rest of your life, the ones who want to make something of yourself, the ones who have belief in yourself when all around you tell you you can't do it. I'm speaking to you because I am one of you. And what you're going to find is that these haters, they have some kind of radar. It is some crazy shit. They have a radar. And through that radar, they can detect those amongst us who are driven, who are ambitious, who are confident. Let's step back. Let's step back. What is a hater? Everyone talks about hater, hater, hater. What is a hater? When I see you succeeding, and I am jealous of you, and it could be success at anything. You want to be a model, a Victoria's Secret model, if you're a woman, not a man. And I've known models. I've dated models. And you start off with a little photo shoot here, probably gives you $1,000. Build a portfolio. Go with an agency. They put you in another shoot, $20,000. Another shoot, $100,000. Soon, you're Tyra Banks. But I see you when you're starting off. I'm like, fuck that bitch. Who the fuck does that bitch think that she could be a model? So what do? I do everything in my power to disrupt your progress. I try to fuck with your mind. I spread rumors about you. Oh, that bitch, she a slut. She slept with this person, that. Oh, you know what? I fucked her too. And she did this and that. I demean you. Because you have drive and ambition. So what are haters? Haters are lazy motherfuckers. Lazy women, lazy men. Lazy boys, lazy girls. Lazy old men, lazy old women. Now, in our world of comparanoia, where I'm constantly comparing myself to the Joneses. Well, Mr. Jones over there wakes up at 6 every morning. He's a janitor. His wife works at a daycare center. He makes $14 an hour. His wife makes $10 an hour. They're poor. Me? I'm an accountant. I make $50,000 a year. I'm middle class. So, why should I compare to those poor people? But Mr. Jones wakes up every day at 6 a.m., gets his kids ready. Let's go to the bus stop. I'm going to drive the car because I got to go further, and your mom's going to catch a bus. So since I'm driving the car, I'll drop you kids off at the bus stop. Drops them off. They go to school. Mr. Jones goes to work. Unknown to me, he starts work at 7, gets off at 3, then goes to the little community college. 3 hours a day, taking classes. In 2 years, and Mrs. Jones is doing the same thing. He's taking classes to be a radiologist. She's taking classes to be a registered nurse. In 3 years, Mr. Jones don't have to work as a janitor making $14 an hour no more. Mrs. Jones don't have to work at a daycare center making $10 an hour no more. Mr. Jones now makes $60,000 a year. Mrs. Jones now makes $50,000 a year. They're now upper income. I'm still making my $50,000 middle income. See, what I realized is that we've moved from a world of merit, of ambition, of drive, of hard and intelligent work, to a world of pretend. That's what 2019 taught me. Now, if I want to pretend and get on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and fantasize about who I am and have my little attitude and spend my days playing video games, hanging out at the mall, at Starbucks, doing nothing with my fucking life, that's cool. I'm wasting my life. And I'm going to keep the little $10, $12 an hour job I have till I fucking die a poor shit nigga. However, if you want to apply yourself, what right do I have to stand in your way? That is the reality of where we live today. You have the losers who are nerds. And what is a nerd? A nerd is an individual who lacks social skills. Right now, you have so many motherfuckers out there who don't even know how to talk to a woman, how to even say hello to a woman, unless it's through some app. Right now, you have people who don't know how to make friends. They don't know how to interact with other people. Society's fucked up. These are the losers. These are the nerds. They're lazy. They pretend. They don't want to apply themselves. These are the losers. But this is what happens. A loser looks at themselves and realizes, I am a loser. I ain't shit. So what do? They compensate. They create images about themselves. They wear fancy clothes. They put on makeup. They drive fancy cars. All with the objective of covering up the fact that they ain't shit. The bigger problem is that these losers now look at motherfuckers that have drive, that have ambition, that have goals, that wake up and push themselves, and they hate on them. Because in the loser's mind, everyone should be a loser, and everyone should be a pretender. So we now live in a world where it's not about what you can do, what you can accomplish. It's about what you pretend to be. And so then the imagery comes along. So now you can have a doctor who makes $500,000 a year but chooses to ride the fucking bus. And you have that image of a man catching a bus. And this is a simple man. He wears jeans and t-shirts. There's no way of telling he's a doctor. And he's young. He says, I don't see a need to buy a house and live in a house right now, so I'll buy an apartment building. And I'll rent one of the units out to myself. And I'll buy a few houses and I'll rent the houses out. So you see this young man in jeans and a t-shirt, getting in a bus, riding to an apartment building, and going to live in this apartment building. You don't know shit about him, but you have that image of him. Now, there's another young man, works in a warehouse, makes $14 an hour, but goes and buys a $40,000 car. So you see this young man driving a $40,000 car with expensive clothes, and you think he's got it going on. But he's shit ass deep in debt. So you take that doctor and take this warehouse worker, and if you're focused on image, you place that warehouse worker here and that doctor here. Sports. I played sports all my life, since I was 6. Quarterback, soccer, basketball, baseball, pitcher and batter, boxing, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. Excelled. But now in this image world, some little shit motherfucking nerd who can't even run, but happens to be 6'4", will think they're a better athlete than me because I'm not 6'4". So in this new hater nerd world, those who have ambition, those who have drive, the objective will be to pull them down. Because if you, a woman who came from the ghetto, goes to college and works hard and succeeds and becomes a doctor You have fucked up my world view. And when you fuck up my world view, I'm fucked up. So when you violate my world view, I gotta pull you in line. I got to pull you in line.